Have you found yourself overwhelmed to the point where you get to the breaking point and needing to reset? Well, I'll get into that in this session of my show. So I've been away, not doing any content, not posting online on my various platforms for almost since March, as that was the time that the starting point of a lot of things that have happened all the way up to July. So now it is August 17th, and this is the point where I just need to hit the reset button and pick off where I left off, or just really needed to take one step forward. So, how we got here for myself is that, yeah, there's a lot of personal things that were happening in my life. I didn't think too much of it at the time as I was focusing on school. Was trying to learn things on how to sell my coaching practice, and didn't really realize that my environment slowly was eating away at me. So a couple of things there was that one point is that my mother-in-law slowly wasn't feeling well, to the point where now she wasn't eating often. So it caused a lot of concerns. And at the same time, we kind of sourced it to a point where we took on, or she took on, an activity that was just at the same time slowly eating away at her mental and physical health. So there's been situations in our household that I won't get into because it involves a lot of different parties. But yes, it was eating away at her mental and physical health to the point where the stress has got to her, and now we are at a point months later where we found out that she has something wrong with her thyroid. So we did see the doctor last week, and now she'll be taking one of the options that she'll be taking is medication, which will have some side effects. So unfortunately, yeah, that's another thing that we'll have to deal with once we start the treatment. But hopefully, she gets a lot better and back to eating regularly and back to her energy. So, but we don't know what these side effects will do for her. But one can only hope that. And prayers and love and positive energy will go a long way in just helping her live her best life. But yes, it was changing the way we were doing routines as she slowly got weaker and weaker, and then to the point where me and my wife were uh, taking on those responsibilities that she wanted to do. Right, so she lives with us. She takes care of our two boys, 13 and 9. And yes, we've been taking and still are looking after those responsibilities, and just preparing because you never know, right? So, but definitely something that we don't want to get into or put energy towards. So we are just focusing on the best scenarios as much as possible. So yeah, that workload has started taking its toll on me personally, to the point where I was not showing up uh, for my school. I was not showing up for my work as well, as I work graveyards 4 to 10, and my attendance has not become that consistent. Or my time arriving to work. So, but I kept that all under wrap for almost more than 2 months, to the point where my boss finally called me out and wondering why my attendance was not doing, my time was getting later and later. So that was the only time I finally let out what was happening. So, but yes, yeah, there's so much that I let out into the world, and that's why I've been quiet for those few months until now. But yeah, that was March, April, May, June, and we're now 6 months. So yeah, it was a rough time. I had to pause my school um, for the month of July, and then unfortunately unable to continue, as yes, my funds were running dry as well. So definitely a lot of stress. And yeah, just it came to the point for these last 2 weeks on, you know, my weight from the beginning of this year, or even the last few months of 2022, kind of skyrocketed to from being around 170 now to almost being 210. So I am almost back to where I first started my journey of losing weight back in 2013, 2014, when I started my journey from going from 216 and working my way down as low as 152, which was just before or around the start of the pandemic of 2020. So that is as low as I got my weight down, just under 155, 5 pounds away from my goal weight. But yes, it was this pandemic has been very stressful. I'm sure it's been stressful for a lot of people. But yes, it's definitely to the point now with everything that's happening since March, that my weight has got back to almost close to 216 again. So I'm probably 10 to 12 pounds away from hitting that weight again, which I'm wanting and go to work towards releasing that. So, but yes, with all that stuff that's been happening, I'm sure all of you are have your challenges that you are going through. It does take a lot of shift in perspective, working on your mind, uh, taking actions as well. Most importantly, is having that awareness, that self-reflection, awareness to catch it, and instead of letting it ride longer and longer than it should, right? So definitely had that these last 2 weeks of figuring out where I need to just plant my flag and turn the ship around and get back to the best version of myself, both mentally and physically. So this is where we are today. So definitely having that awareness to catch yourself is the first stepping stones on now analyzing what do you need to do next. So it does come hand in hand. You cannot do one without the other, with having the awareness, having the habits as well. But at the same time, you need to put a system in place. So having a system in place, having habits uh, work off each other definitely will help you start chipping away at what you need to do to have the reset and start moving forward. A couple of these lessons, a couple of these ideals stems from the book Atomic Habits. If you want to check it out, better, yeah, check it out on Amazon, uh, wherever sources that you can. And definitely, it's it's a couple of things that I picked up, and a lot of things that a lot of people that I follow, influencers and leaders in the habits and mindset space are overlapping. So it is important to have great habits. It's important to have a system to definitely um, keep it going, right? Without you can have and be aware of bad and good habits, but if there is no system in place to get started, to basically get down to the most basic function that you can, right? So, as in the book stated, um, if a habit does not take 2 minutes to complete, then it's too large of a habit that you're creating. So you have to find a way to break it down even more, right? So there is, like I said, habit stacking. So it doesn't mean that all habits have to be 2 minutes, but it has to be to the point where you basically it's you don't have to think too much about it. You do not have to work yourself towards it. It's just something that's automatic, like going to the bathroom, uh, having your breakfast, lunch, or dinner, which if you do all three, right? So but yeah, it has to be something just automatically, just waking up to the alarm or your body clock, go into your routine, whether it's having a prayer or heading to the washroom and you know brushing your teeth and getting yourself ready for the day. Uh, yeah, as automatic as driving uh, to work, to school. It's so repetitive that you don't think too much about it, and then you find yourself at the location that you are needing to go and thinking, "How did I get here?" I just like it. Just I don't know if you guys ever experienced that, but yes, it's just that's how basic that the habit needs to start for 2 minutes, and then you start building and layering on top of it. So but yes, I'm hoping that this is the start of just turning the ship around. I'm getting down to the basics of what back to my three core habits, which is family, growth, and community. So definitely, the family has it's despite the things that we are all struggling together with mom, with the kids' grandma, that we're all working together to keep moving forward, support each other, and pick up the load together. And then back to my second core habit is growth. So this is basically where I want to get started, because if I don't have that growth in myself, that confidence in myself, there's no way I'd be able to help and serve my community. So definitely we'll be starting a new YouTube channel towards providing insight, providing lessons on material that I'm learning, practicing, and implementing. And hopefully, you are all part of that journey with me. So, once again, you are up to date on what is happening with me, and definitely, yeah, even this moment, this video, it took 5-10 minutes just to work myself at being online once again. So I know this is just going to the few subscribers that are on my channel, but you know, once again, thank you. You've supported me, you've reached out to me, and we continue to watch this. I really appreciate it, and definitely my story, things that I'm doing to challenge myself each and every day, and stuff I've learned and hope to share with you will benefit you and turn things around or just improve your current life and just your journey in your life. So once again, thank you so much. And if this has been benefit to you, feel free to give it a like or thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe or follow. All your engagements and comments go a long way in helping, reach out to those who are struggling as well to just turn their challenges into growth and move forward and live their best. So once again, thank you so much for your time once again, and most definitely, I will see you once again and share with you my insights and yeah, my growth and my progress. Take good care and have a wonderful day.